wonder what everybody's waiting for over here. Like, what is this? Fung #1 Fast Food Inc. Is that it? All right, call me crazy. So I just got done filming by Lulu. Oh, first of all, welcome back to Soai. Pleasure to see you here again. Now, I just got done filming Lulu Lala's, and I was supposed to go to a pizza spot. I had pizza yesterday. We bought like 3 boxes of not Domino's, Papa John's. Family was coming over, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I had pizza yesterday. I was crossing the street, I saw this long line. Anywhere you see lines, especially at lunchtime, you know the food is good. So I'm at this Chinese spot, and when I spoke to a couple of people in the line, they said like...
The one that you should go to now that everyone's on the hype train about is Ceres.
Ceres?
C-E-R-E-S.
Okay.
It's the #1 spot in New York right now, ranked.
Ceres.
You do that, you'll get some good content.
Okay.
But this place will always get you good content for like cheap beats.
What's the cost for the Peking duck? Like 5, 7?
$5.75 for the pork or the chicken.
Like the Peking duck is amazing. Again, the food is super affordable. It's like $5.75, I think. I think for pork or whatever. Whatever. I'm on an adventure for food, and I see a bunch of people in a line. I'm gonna grab whatever it is that they're having. And Asian food. I love Asian food, so here we are. So the line is gradually moving. The place is called Fung #1 Fast Food Spot Inc. or something like that. I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you guys can find it yourself. Man, I went up to the window. The window does look a little bit messy. Of course, it's Peking duck. There's a lot of fat and grease. If you know duck can be pretty fatty. And when I looked at the meat, I was just like, yo, this looks good. Now, most places I've traveled to before, Peking duck is not something that I've encountered much. I probably had it maybe twice. So I might be trying that today, or maybe I'm gonna be going for pork. I'm super excited. I think this is what travel should be like. If you come to New York, don't do the typical boring stuff. If you see some form of excitement somewhere, don't be afraid to hop into a concert. If you're passing by Bryant Park and there's something going on, don't be afraid to go in there and include yourself. I did a series where Bryant Park has, outdoor movies in the park. That is amazing. And guess what? It is freaking free. All right, I'll come back to you guys when we're somewhere up at the front. I think this might be maybe a 30-minute wait. All right, secured the bag. Feel like I just won in the lottery. Yo, food adventure. Not even the rules that I mentioned to you just now about seeing a line, it doesn't apply to only just food, man. Just anything. Just sometimes it's good to follow the crowd. Not all the time, but in this regard, definitely. All right, I'm gonna find a spot and poach up. So I gave the guy 20 bucks just now, and I got back 11. So that means I paid $9 for Peking duck. Peking duck, the technique of it is so intricate. It's so difficult because everything really is dependent on the skin. How the fat renders, how the skin crisps up, how the flavor gets through the breast meat of that duck. So much goes into it. I've had duck quite a bit of times, and it's not necessarily my favorite meat. It's not my favorite meat, so we're gonna see how Peking duck does today. We're gonna see how Peking duck does today. All right, so found a park somewhere across the road. If you guys checked out my last 2 videos, so I did a video on Lululala. If you go check out Lululala, like this Chinese spot is like literally on the same block. So you can hit up 2 spots at the same time. So where I'm sitting, I'm in some unbeknown park to me. I'll figure out the name soon enough. See a couple people just sitting down eating. Like once you get the food hot and fresh from there, you just want to find somewhere to sit. What I hate, I really wish that most of these places had a bathroom. They don't. And I'm hearing some waterworks over there, and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, let's get to the food. I am so excited, super excited. But we gotta take a look at our baby. We gotta take a look at our oh. The smell of this, it smells greasy. It smells super well seasoned. It smells delightful. Now, let's get a little bit deeper onto what Peking duck is. Now, first of all, it's a special breed of duck, the Peking duck, P-E-K-I-N-G. That's a special breed of duck, and this method is very strenuous. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do. One of the main things that I've seen when I've seen previous videos on it, they actually blow air underneath the skin to create that separation from the fat. A bunch of stuff is done. Then they blanch the duck. It's not an hour process. It takes hours. It probably takes about a day just to get it to where it's at right now. So if you're getting this for $9 and there's so much that is done to this, what can I say? First, let me sanitize my hands. Ooh. Now, like most hole-in-the-wall Caribbean and Asian spots that I've ever been to, you gotta walk with your cash. It's usually cash only. That one was also cash only. You know what's funny? Duck meat, when you look at it, it's not like chicken. It's not white. Oh my God. Yo. The flavor on that just now was like someone punched me on the lip. Instant savory, a bunch of umami. And a slight kiss of sweet. Now for a person that wasn't born in a place that ate a lot of duck, the meat takes some getting used to. Just the color of it is kind of like, why does it look that way? The texture isn't as soft and as tender as chicken is. It's almost beef-like in its texture. You can see the coloration maybe on the meat, but in terms of flavor, the taste, everything on this, it is freaking. For $9, bro, this is crazy. Let's try the rice. Rice is very basic. It's not a sticky, not a very Asian forward rice. Not very sticky, but it is sticky. Cooked properly. Cooked properly. Let's try that cabbage here. cabbage, again, cooked properly. I think here the main highlight, which most of us are going to be coming for, the freaking meat. The skin on that Peking duck is a freaking 10 out of 10. What? That's actually pretty good. I'm coming back for the pork. If the duck is like this, pork skin to me takes less work, a lot more rewarding. I know the pork is going to be fire, and it's cheaper. Damn, the whole time my camera was in manual focus, no wonder. But now you guys can see a little bit better. Look at this skin on this thing. Look at the skin. Isn't that just beautiful? Oh, that is indeed fatty. It's not like a pork kind of fatty because you're not really feeling the fat that much, but you see it from the rendered oils that's there. So all that rendered fat just goes onto the skin, makes it nice and crispy. It is divine. Bruh. I'm not even hungry. And I could tear through this entire box. Oh, look at this thing, man. Oh my God. Drop in the comments on the price, because for me, everywhere that I've been to thus far, something like this is gonna go for like maybe at least about 20 bucks. On average, when I try food from other restaurants, I'm spending $15, especially if I'm going for something that is you know, really sexy looking. You spend around that amount. All right, they gave me some neck bones. I find like food-wise, I find Asian culture is a little bit similar to Caribbean in the sense that they don't really waste stuff. You know, so the chicken feet that we would eat, they eat that as well. The neck, you know, they try to save as much and use as much of their produce. So that's really cool to see. Yeah, not liking the neck. The neck for me was, the execution is great. The skin is also crispy, but I'm not getting any form of flavor. No, it's not savory, not as umami as the other parts. But at least I never wasted it, so I'm certain there's some people who will tear through that. I am enjoying this. But something's telling me you should have gotten the pork. I think the pork was gonna the pork could have probably gotten like a 11 out of 10. If they do duck like this, that pork is fantastic. I saw it. I saw the pork and I was just like, wow. Oh damn. I'm actually clearing through this. I'm not even hungry. Now, I noticed that I'm just eating this in the park. There's a bunch of pigeons out here. Pigeons is another story. I'll tell you about that pretty soon. But I'm eating just on a park bench. But stereotypically, like traditionally, Peking duck was something that was used for, it was like mostly for banquets and celebrations in China. So I would assume it was more like, you know, specialty. Consider it like ham on a Christmas. Like, you don't really see ham every other time of the year, only on a special occasion. Same thing with Peking duck. So much effort is put into making this dish. But here I am in modern days, in there for lunch for $9. I cannot get over how glossy, savory this meat is. Now to the pigeons. Bunch of pigeons, and they're flying over, and they seem to be very carnivorous because they would eat a piece of this meat right now. In Jamaica, some people would catch them and they would eat them. I don't think I would be on that bandwagon, but yeah, some people do that. Now, pigeons, I heard, were super, super important to the war. They were used as messenger birds. You know, they got information out there. There was one particular pigeon that was storied that even when she lost a leg and everything, she flew injured just to get the message across. And back then, information was super important. So for some of you guys right now, seeing videos on where to eat or where to travel to is important information. Imagine back in the war. So there is a love-hate relationship. I think most people here don't like them. They're known as the rat with wings here in New York. But yeah, the more you know. God damn. I think I've massacred my duck. Yo, that was a fun experience. The park that I was at is the Hester Street Playground. Man, they just walk past like little minions. Welcome to New York, and a bike is passing. All right. So that was a super nice experience. Just randomly finding a spot. And I want to thank everyone who sends me recommendations. Again, the channel is heavily fueled by you guys who send recommendations and, you know, Instagram me and tell me where I should check out, because you live in the city or you've been in the city before, so you know a lot of the places more than I would for the moment. Now, funny story. One, I never gatekeep. I always find it fun sharing these food places with you guys. And I think it really helps the businesses. Even if it's a 1% sales growth in a day, that for me means a lot. But something funny. So recently, someone sent me a recommendation. They sent me an Instagram page and they're like, hey, you need to check this person out because they make really good content. I clicked on the content and it was telling me that it's unavailable. For me, I thought nothing of it. I tried. Anyway, long story short, the person blocked me. And I was like, why would an American food content creator block me? Honestly, I don't understand it. I don't get it. But I think it means that I'm doing something. Some people toes are being rubbed here, or they feel like I might be some sort of a, I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I thought I needed to share that. Now, one thing I can say for sure, I don't watch a lot of other people's content. Reason being, I don't want to be like them. I want to be my authentic self. I want to be able to walk down the street, film, eat, and share my insights the way I do, my natural way. You see, I will just go on the street side and I will eat. I will give you guys my honest opinion because I don't want to be anybody special. I just want to eat food like a regular person and share my honest reviews on that. But I think some people think that content creation space is only for them, or they might feel like you're trying to copy their content. I'm certain people have copied my content at some point in time, but my profiles have always been open to them. It's life. But in a nutshell, the point I'm trying to make is the content you'll find over here is going to always be genuine. I'm going to always give you my honest opinion, and the reviews are going to always be me. Wow. Like these people selling these unique Asian fruits on the street side. It looks like durian. I've never had durian before, but nonetheless, at some point I'll explore here. Look forward to your recommendations. Keep sending them, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Remember to treat things, love, nature, adaptation, and always remember to keep the link.